Four choices.
All right, court is gonna find you guilty, sentence you to 2 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 2 years. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. How far did you go in school?
Just up to 10th grade.
All right, why did you drop out of school?
Just poor decisions.
What did your parents say about that?
They didn't really, I guess, go against it.
All right, the BIPP course, 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm gonna order parenting classes. Once he completes parenting classes, then 100 hours will be deemed satisfied. And I'm going to order him to obtain his GED or either some sort of trade school certification. And then once that's done, 100 hours will be deemed satisfied. There's going to be proof of employment. When's the last time you had employment and what did you do?
I was a bartender at Fat Tuesdays.
All right, you're not going to be allowed to be a bartender. You have an alcohol problem. So it's going to be proof of employment within 45 days. There should be no employment as a home health care provider with minors or working in any industry or any restaurant where their sole source of income is alcohol, and you're not allowed to be a bartender. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Field visits, one time per month for 6 months, and please have someone check on the child. And CPS compliance, if applicable. We can do a TAP evaluation. How long will it take to do a TAP evaluation in custody? All right, it's going to be a TAP evaluation in custody. Follow recommendations. And I'm going to ask for 90 sober meetings and 90 days. And there's to be no contact with Gwen, Taylor, Abi Rashad, ABI, there's a space, RACHED. There's to be regular random UAs and regular reporting by Zoom or in person. And probation, please make sure they check for alcohol. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction and an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing in this court: to be successful on probation, communication is key. If there's an issue, let your probation officer know. If you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court and I will make sure it is addressed. Do you understand? And your relationship with her is over. If there's an issue with the children, you need to communicate through a third party. You're not to have any contact with her. You are not to go to her house. If she shows up to your house, it would probably be in your best interest to call the police and say, hey, I have a no contact order with this person and they're showing up to my home. Because if you all do this thing, which sometimes people do, they decide, oh, we're going to live together. We're just not going to tell the court about it. You know what ends up happening? There ends up being an argument. Then the next thing you know, that person is calling the police. They're going to see that you have a no contact order in place, and that's going to be the end for you. You understand? All right, good luck. Thank you.
Judge, if I may.
Yes.
Briefly, I believe the CW did an affidavit to the states told them that she had no interest in going forward.
Yes.
He accepted his probation offer. I know that I explained above the line, below the line. He
Mhm.
was really hoping to get out. If you could reconsider the TAP in custody.
That's what I was gonna ask you about too. If possibly I can get the TAP evaluation on release at the probation.
No. They'll do the TAP because the TAP may end up recommending that you go to inpatient treatment. I don't know. It's obvious to the court that you have a major drug and alcohol issue, or you say just a alcohol issue, because anytime you get in an argument with someone who's the mother of your children and you pick up a Lysol can and you start hitting her over the head with it, and then you tell me you were not in the right frame of mind. And for you, the right frame of mind or not being in that right frame of mind was I was using alcohol and we both brought up things from the past. That's an issue for the court. And I want to make sure that you have any treatment that you need. It's 2 weeks. All right. And counsel, if for some reason that TAP is not done in 2 weeks, if you come back, then I'll consider releasing him.
Yes, Judge.
All right. Thank you.
Yes. Joseph, J-O-S.
Okay.
Last name is States, son, S.
All right. Mariah Lopez. Hello. Hi. Why is it always an issue with getting you to come over from the jail? Because do you know, I get orders where people want me to sign them. And here's the thing, and he'll tell you, I've been a defense attorney before, and I've had clients who don't want to come to the jail or they don't want to do certain things. And I always tell my client, at the end of the day, if you're supposed to be in court and you don't want to come and the deputies bring you, who's going to end up winning that fight? Somebody may end up getting tased, somebody may end up getting bruised, and guess what? It's not going to be the deputies. So when you're ordered to come over, just come over, okay? Yes.
When you said getting tased, you looked at me and I was,
No, you're not going to be tased unless you're gonna, I mean, some attorneys have gone to the mat for their clients. So when you're ordered to come over, there's a reason why you're being brought over. It's to take care of your case. And at the end of the day, I don't think if this ends up going to trial, I don't think you want to go to trial with your attorney having never spoken to you or you've ever been in court to question certain things about discovery. You understand? All right. So where are we, counsel?
just so you know, Judge, I've met with her, while in custody. We have not had any issues. And I know that my understanding came here willingly without issue today.
Yes.
In regards to discovery, I had significant issue trying to get discovery.
Mhm.
I believe I finally have received it. I
Okay.
need time to go through it. I did confer with my client last week, conferred with the state today. They made us an offer, but there's some work I need to get done in order
Okay.
to even consider what I would recommend to my client.
All right. So this is what we're going to do. Ms. Ferguson, give me a 30-day reset.
August 22nd.
All right, so we're going to come back on August 22nd. You need to be here. All right, and that's going to be your plea deadline date. On that date, you need to let me know whether or not you worked out an agreement with the state. If you have not worked out an agreement, then what will happen is your next date will be your jury trial date, okay? All right.
May I apologize to the court? I was having issues with my attorney. We just were
Not this one, correct?
not this, one,
Okay,
and it was communication issue. So I, thanks for much.
all right. I accept your apology, but see, here's the issue. How do I know there's communication issues with your attorney that you're telling me if you don't come to court? All I know is you're not coming to court and you're about to be forced to court. You understand? So don't do that again, okay? All right, is there anything else?
No, Judge.
All right, we'll be back on August 22nd. That will be the plea deadline date.
All right, thank you,
Your
Judge.
excuse.
Thank you.
Thank you. What page is she on?
She's at the bottom of floor.
All right, thank you.
Like our talking group, now we're all on the same page.
We're all on the same page. I'll look at him. All right. I know the people I have left is Ismail Alejandro and Rahim Akeem. Just give us 3 minutes because I want to make sure that probation is able to go over those conditions. Can I see the file on Galfo, please? Kenneth Galfo. And Norma, you said the attorney was sick?
So who's the attorney?
It's Woodard?
Yeah, he was at the doctor's appointment.
All right, Norma, so let's recall this for 2 weeks. Galfo on page 2.
I think you, August 6th. Judge.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute, Norma, I think we already reset that.
Yeah, you were gonna give me a date.
Okay,
You just haven't.
all right, thank you. All right, Deputy, is Galfo out here?
No, Judge.
All right, can you let him know his case is being recalled for August 6th? His attorney is ill. Bashan, are you ready? All right, Alejandro Chavez. Court is calling 2024 CR 006-941, State of Texas versus Alejandro Ismael Chavez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Zach Dunn for the state.
Andrew Priest for the defense.
And are you Mr. Chavez?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all of the discovery?
I believe so.
And did you review it with your client?
I did.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Chavez, did you review the document entitled Application for Community Supervision with your attorney and understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are, Your Honor.
Mr. Chavez, did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with assault, family second offense? That's a third degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I believe he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I believe so.
Mr. Chavez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to